I am Antonio Carluccio, and I am in Australia. I am on a journey of discovery through the southwest of Australia, a land full of contrast, harsh and beautiful landscapes, diverse cultures, modern, innovative, rich and ancient, and of course, food. Sophisticated and simple, new and exciting. I never had similar food. I will be guided on my journey by Aboriginal elder Richard Walley of the Nyoongar people who have lived on this land for thousands of years. Their existence guided by the cycle of life around them.
This is St George's Terrace. This is one of the older streets here in Perth, and over here is Government House. Right opposite Government House is a church. And that church is where Richard Walley was actually shot and hung. And he was left out to the public for a while. And Richard Walley is Yagen's father. So we're going to go up to Yagen's park, then we'll go to Yallagonga where Yagen actually stayed for quite a while. Yagen and his father, Richard Walley, led the first Nyoongar resistance to the European settlement of the Swan River colony. My brother Trevor and I have brought Antonio to Yagen's memorial to show him how significant Yagen was and still is in Nyoongar's cultural history. He got really sick of how our people were being treated, how our people were being shot, they've been murdered, nothing has been done about it. So he made a stand and he speared some people who actually shot our people. And by doing that, they put a bounty on his head and he went up into the hill part called Wallianga. And Wallianga area, he stayed there and they couldn't find him. So he actually came back down here, not far from around this area here. On the side of the river there was two young people and he's shown them how to fish. But they had a gun. And while he's showing them how to fish, one of them got the gun and shot him for the bounty. And when they shot him and killed him, they cut his head off and they smoked his head. And they took it to London. 170 years later, it was returned to be buried in the land where he was born.
This is the feather of the curragh, the red-tailed black cockatoo, which is symbolic to Yagen and to Aboriginal people. When we go into the dream time, we have to get under the head of the cockatoo, the curragh kata. Kata is the head of the cockatoo. If he starts screaming and shouting, we have to come back.
You rub that in your hand. You rub that.
Yes.
Then we go.
So it's called a eucalyptus calophylla, beautiful leaf. We just call it marry.
And I find it fascinating that you do this.
That's right.
And you rub it and you smell it. Oh, wonderful.
And then
wonderful.
we blow back in the tree.
Wonderful.
The tree
It gives it to you.
gives us oxygen.
And,
It gives us this air, gives oxygen.
gentle.
Gentle. When settlers first came here, they would have seen a healthy race of people. And if that had taken 10 minutes to sit down and analyse what they're looking at, and they would have asked the question, how are you so healthy? Why are you so happy? And they'd have found that here we lived in harmony with the plants and the animals. So we'd eat very healthy plants, very healthy animals, and we were healthy ourselves. What we're about to show you when we go on our journeys is there's some wonderful food in this country, and we'll break down a lot of those ignorant and arrogant stereotypes and show to people that it is not just bush food, It is tasty food. It's got goodness in it, and it can compete with anything else in the world. To prove my point, we head to Tanamara Homestead, situated in Yagen country. Master Butcher Vince has a special surprise for Antonio. Vince is going to come and join us today, and we're going to use some of these bush herbs, and he's going to make some sausages. And he is the sausage man.
Yeah, no, I read here beef, veal, goat, lamb, but no emu and
No emu or kangaroo, but it's here today.
Okay.
Yeah. This is his test for it. He passed today, he'll get emu and kangaroo put on there.
On the sleeve for sure.
So just crush
This
this.
is the pepper. May
in the
I
bush
taste
wash.
one?
Yes, you have a taste.
Very exciting.
It's a bush pepper.
Yeah.
But we also have some of this bush tomato.
Interesting.
So this here we're also going to cut up and use into the ingredients.
May I taste one of those as well? Just like sun-dried tomatoes.
Today we have some emu meat here
Yeah.
that we're going to make some sausages with, and kangaroo.
Yes, you've got the emu over there, and we've got some beef fat we're going to mix with it. Very lean sausages will always be way too dry. They need a little bit of fat, and it's very, very important to put fat into especially children's diets for good brain function. And over here we've got the kangaroo, and we've also got some pork fat to go with it, okay? Of course,
Yes.
Italians are mad, and you're mad about fennel seeds.
Yes.
So I've put some of that on by all means, but I do want to cheat a little bit because on the side of the road in Wanneroo,
Oh, wanneroo.
Growing wild.
Wana now is a digging stick. It's a big digging stick is a wana.
Yes.
Wanneroo. So it's a place with a digging stick. Digging sticks
that's
are.
what Wanneroo means.
Wanneroo is wana. When you
We've
got a
been
wana.
here for 60 years and I never knew what that was.
Yeah, that's
How
it.
wonderful. And of course we also have got a little bit of the fronds, and we just put a little bit of that in as if we were going to put some parsley.
In my opinion, you should put a little bit of red wine. It gives a lovely, lovely flavor.
Well, I
And
agree
here-
with you, so I will
yeah,
allow you to
a very
put the
strong
amount you
one.
need.
For this kind of meat, not more than this.
Okay.
That's it.
And it's a good drinking wine.
Yeah, well, certainly.
Okay, we don't want anything that's not good enough to drink.
Wonderful.
And
really
there it is.
sticks
It's
together.
really sticky. The little bits of fat are through the meat, and that's just magic.
It looks very good. So now, let's
Vince,
guess.
the
Now.
question is,
Yes,
our crest has two animals.
absolutely.
You've done the kangaroo,
Yes.
now you're going to do the emu.
So yes, Richard, we're the only country in the world that eats its own crest.
Well, don't worry, Vince, because we've been eating kangaroo and emu before the crest was even invented. So come,
So
let's
I'm
go
allowed.
ahead.
You've forgiven me.
allowed
I
to.
love
Yep,
it.
Yep.
So the lovely emu.
Wow.
So the emu is a poultry. It's not a meat.
It's a big bird.
Big
yes,
bird.
A big flightless bird.
I like
A
big
bird
birds.
that cannot fly. You like big birds.
Why are you laughing all the time?
I was thinking of a big turkey. Sorry.
Yeah.
How strong
And-
do you want the bush tomato?
I
Mr.
think
Richard?
a nice hand and a half full, I reckon, because it's
Hand and a half, so
yeah,
you
that'll be
watch me.
plenty.
And tell
That's
me.
lovely.
I really
Yes.
don't
I
want to
think
put it
no
in
more.
No more?
No, that's plenty.
We agree? And then you just turn around and take a piece, roll it up into a meatball, then you just roll it between your hands and you turn it into a beautiful
Sausage.
little sausage.
Wonderful.
You see that?
Good. Okay, and you don't need to put lots of oil and butter on to start cooking them.
I only rub that whole plate with that little bit of kitchen paper that had a little bit of olive oil on it.
Okay.
Want to see what happened when you pour it? Wow. That happened. And you don't wonder.
Sacrifice now.
Sacrifice, okay.
Wonderful.
You notice the extra oil that the emu's got? Tastes just a little bit oilier. Kangaroo.
You've got to come in. We're talking around the barbecue.
Mango, this is another one. This one is wonderful. This is the first time that I eat kangaroo.
Wow.
And
Nice.
it's very, very good.
You've got to tell everybody.
I will.
Very spicy.
Yeah, I mean, we grew up with kangaroo and damper, and it was just kangaroo fried.
Always very mild, always without anything too elaborate.
But this is very spicy.
Trevor and I take Antonio to nearby Wanga National Park, where Yagen spent a lot of his time. It is a significant place for all of us.
So Yagen definitely would have been here. This is his Kala, his home.
So Antonio, this is where our people would have made a lot of the tools.
Well, this one here looks like an axe, which we would call a codger. This one would be a cutting knife. It's a quartz, and it's very sharp. And so these would be for shaving or cutting your hair or cutting the meat. So cutting the veggies, cutting the meat.
Just like a razor.
So that's our, we call that a darp. Darp is cutting.
So there's a treasure here.
The treasure goes all the way along through here.
Wow.
As a people, we are blessed, and Trevor and I are blessed to have the connection to all of this directly through our people and our grandmothers and great-grandmothers. And the beauty about Australia is that the colonisers only come here a couple of hundred years ago. So 200 years is nothing in colonisation. So we're able to hold on to a lot of the stories, the language. These here are also languages. They're talking to us. And anthropologists, archaeologists, people who are interested can come and read this and say, you're talking to me. So these rocks talk to all of us, is what we hear from it.
And that's fantastic.
Close by is the Yagen River. It is not only a rich source of food and water for our people, but it's also our tool shed.
Yeah. Kaya. Kaya.
The magpie and other birds, they come and check us out. The ancestors come and see, what are you doing here? Is everything okay? And if it's fine, they'll leave us. So already wattle, the magpie's gone, we're good to be here. So this is where our Koramort, our ancestors would have come here and got grinding stones, they've got poich, the axe. They've got a whole lot of different stones from here as tools. And oh yeah, look at this one.
Perfect.
Beautiful little one for grinding.
So you could be grinding the wattle seeds with that.
Grinding inside.
There's another one.
There's another little axe head or spearhead. These will be taken up to the area where we split before, and they'd have been worked on, chipped away, shaped away, turned into sharp and useful tools. So Trev, this is one of our special bushes.
Aboriginal name, Dida, and you get water. You foam it up, so then you're washing your hand, so it keeps your hand nice and clean. And if you want to wash your face, you can have a nice little wash when you want to go out at night. See, and that's,
Oh yeah, lovely.
yeah.
Very refreshing.
Okay.
Wow.
Yep.
Do I look younger?
Oh, yeah, just like a young boy.
Yes.
Oh, I was for
Okay. This is one of the wattles. So as you can see the fruit.
Yeah.
And so you take the fruit and grind it and you make your damper. So, or your bread or your cakes. But this is one of the wattles.
I want to show Antonio how wattle seed is used in cooking. So we head back to Tanamara farmhouse. Here Marissa, one of my nieces, is going to whip up one of her famous wattle cakes.
We're going to do a wattle seed cake. So we've got a bit of flour in here, a bit of sugar.
And this is?
This is actually a grinding stone. So our women would actually use the grinding stone. So this is actually the wattle seed here.
It looks wonderful. It looks just like
Isn't
a
it
bean.
beautiful?
Just like a bean, yes?
Yes. We would actually just use the seed itself, not
Yes.
the red stuff. That one we would actually just throw away.
Yeah. With this,
Yes.
you get this stuff here.
That's right. So after we've grounded up the seed, it actually becomes really fine. And then we're actually going to add this to the cake mix. So what it does to the cake is about thinking outside the square. So just like instead of using your normal cinnamon or another herb or a spice, we've actually got the native spices here to,
Wonderful.
you know,
So
Australia.
you use your own produce that you
That's right,
you
yeah.
know well.
Yep. What do you reckon the flavour tastes like?
Nutty.
Nutty? Yep, that's what a lot of people say.
Is there already
some-
sort of a book about the Aboriginal cuisine?
Yeah, it's called Wattle They Think of Next. Not really.
So I do it like this.
Beautiful.
Just one hand like that.
Yeah,
Go
let's have a go.
And squeeze.
Let's squeeze. Perfect. Oops. Oops. Yeah, that's it.
So
Yeah.
you want milk now?
Yes,
In the
please.
Oh, yes.
So we're just mixing that around. See how that wattle seed's just mixing with that dough mixture?
Yes. How long does it take to cook this one?
How long? That will go in the oven for about 30 to 45 minutes.
Mm.
And we'll have a yowel cake at the end of it, which is
Fantastic.
the Nyoongar name for the wattle.
Do you have then a cup of tea with it?
Yeah, we're going to have a cup of tea. Billy tea. Okay.
Yum, yum. It looks very, very nice.
This way.
Okay.
Very good one. Look
Little
at this.
Mm.
piece.
Wow.
Here we go.
Oh, the
Enjoy.
smell is good.
Good?
Smell is good.
Would you like a cup of tea to go
Oh,
with it?
yeah.
Cup of tea?
Yes, please.
Tea, it's essential for a lovely tea. and
Isn't it?
cake, huh? You know, by the minimum amount of ingredients they put in, I didn't believe it would taste like this. Very light, very nice.
Beautiful.
Today, we're going to do some tool making. So, this is the stone we picked up, the nice quartz. We use this stone for shaping.
It's very sharp.
It's very sharp, so we can skin all this stick here, we call gidgee.
So this will be one just for animal, I mean,
This will be for kangaroo.
okay.
While we do this, we do like we do now for thousands of years. Our people sit down, talk, carve, tell stories.
It reminds me in Italy, who does that now is the woman that they make pasta together on a Saturday or whatever for the Sunday. They sit all around, they make pasta, and they talk and talk. It's a social circle.
As a young man, I was taken to make our own spears first, then we go spear fishing. It teaches you patience and also respect for the fish. Hey, that's a start.
This is an Italian boomerang. Doesn't come back.
Ah, that's a stick.
Yeah. Wonderful. Look at this. Look at this. The flower inundated with bees because they like the nectar of that. This is the flower of the artichoke.
Oh, beautiful.
It's a lovely flower, no?
It's a beautiful flower.
And we eat them. But I start to clean those here because what we want of the artichokes is the tender part from the inside. And usually I do it like this. Wow, look at this. This is the flower.
Oh, okay.
What I have to gain is this circular thing here on the side, because this is the tender part that I need for frying. Then I have a little trick, cut them in the middle like this. And now to take off this beard here, I call it beard, the choke, I do it like this, look.
Very clever.
And what it remains is the actually tender part. 1 egg, a little bit of pepper, and a little bit of flour. And another one. My measurement there always like this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, good. Rule of thumb.
Yep. And this is a lovely, lovely batter. You prepare it like this. Then you take this here and you put it in here. You coat them with this, and then we put them to fry.
So hands-on cooking.
Yes. In Italy, they serve them usually with drinks or whatever for parties.
Okay.
Taste. Good. We have the approval.
That is good.
We have the Aboriginal approval. That's for me, it's something.
First time.
It's
Won't be
always.
the last. Won't be the last.
Shall we invite the spectators to see what they say about our cooking?
That'd be nice.
Prego.
That'd be nice.
Accomodatevi. Here they're arriving some more.
That is nice.
Oh, very good. You're right.
Quite nice, it's very nice.
Lovely.
Australians always understate things. If they really like it, they say, that's not bad.
Quite nice.